and share my screen. Okay. Now, everybody, if you wouldn't mind muting yourself so we don't have any, peripheral noise, I'd really appreciate it. Okay. So, everybody, my name is Ashton. I am the New Look Now Senior Account Executive here. Just a little background information about myself. I've spent the last decade in aesthetics. I started my career off as a medical esthetician and then moved into a management and coordinating position for one of the largest practices here in Orange County. A little bit about New Look Now. So New Look Now is a game changer. Our visualizers allow customers to try treatments on their own bodies with a photograph. Our call to action tool has increased consumer marketing by 100 to 400%. The Ultherapy Visualizer has increased event conversions from anywhere to 80 to 90%. So what we're going to be talking about today is we're just going to be going through, one, how the Ultherapy Visualizer works, what to expect in the welcome email, how to actually upload an order in office. We're going to go over events, how to utilize an email, the website widget, how to engage the live chat, and of course, just our contact information. Okay, so how it works. So the Ultherapy Visualizer is a marketing and conversion tool designed to motivate and excite patients into moving forward with an Ultherapy treatment. And you guys, the best part is it's 100% free to use. There is absolutely no cost to you to utilize this tool. There's 4 main ways to utilize the Ultherapy Visualizer. One is in office during consultations, on your website, either by utilizing our mobile optimized widget or...
I'm doing a webinar real quick. Sorry.
Hang on, I'm going to mute you guys. Sorry. Hang on one second, everybody. Oops. Okay. Where were we? Okay, so on your website, either by utilizing the widget or a custom banner, and outbound emails, or you can also incorporate it in appointment reminders. And we also provide you with 6 email templates that you can use. And also the last way would be during events using either the pop-up banner. I'm sure most of you who have actually been using the Ultherapy Visualizer are accustomed to incorporating it during events. Okay, so here is an example of what the welcome email will look like. So if you're not already set up with an Ultherapy Visualizer account, there are 2 ways that you can gain access. One is by asking your rep, and your rep will reach out to us, or you can reach out to New Look Now directly. In either case, you're going to receive an email that contains the following. So you're going to get your login credentials. You'll get a consumer link that you can embed in emails and custom buttons on your website, a mobile optimized website widget, a Dropbox link to 6 email templates, training videos, and instructions on how to add the visualizer to your iPad for easy access. Very quick, very easy, and if you get your email and you get stuck, if you need us to talk to your marketing person or whoever handles your website to get the widget on there, no problem. You just connect us and we'll make it happen. Okay, now I'm going to back out and actually walk you through how the visualizer works. Okay, so if you're using this on an iPad, it'll look slightly different just because it'll be the mobile version, but the idea is the same. It's going to look like this. Your logo will be up here. So step 1, we're going to select the areas for Ultherapy. So there's upper face, lower face and neck, and then the décolleté. So you just select whatever areas you want to have treatment for your patient. Hang on, guys. Can everybody mute themselves, please? Just want to make sure we don't have any peripheral noise. I think there's a way I can. Okay. Anyway. So step 2, you're going to select the level of intensity. So there's 3. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now, we leave this kind of determination up to the medical professionals, but basically this gives you the control to, control the level of intensity of the result. And, you may have a patient that has, more collagen elasticity, so maybe they're, going to see a more intense result, so you would want to select a 3. In either case, Level 2 is set by the standards, or is a standard set by Ultherapy, so you can't go wrong with number 2, but we want to give you, the provider, the ability to control the level of intensity for the patient. Okay, now we're going to upload a photo. So if you're using an iPad or a mobile device, when you hit upload photo, it's going to bring up your camera and your photo library. Select your camera, take the picture, and then select the picture that you want, that you just took, basically. And then, you guys having trouble hearing me? Oh, should this be okay? All right. Technical difficulties today, guys, sorry. Okay, and then step 4, we're going to enter our patient's information, so first, last name, and email address. And I do want to call out that it is important to put their email address, especially for events, because what we'll be able to do is actually print out or send you a report with all the names and email addresses of the people who attended your event so that you can go back and remarket those people. And you can tag your events by selecting this as an event, and that way we can produce a really nice report for you. Also important for during events to select send email to patient upon completion. This will ensure that once the simulation is complete, it is sent to your guests and they have the simulation during the event to share. If it's just a consultation and you would prefer to email it yourself after the simulation is complete, totally fine. Just make sure you leave that unselected. All right, let's go ahead and get back in here. Okay, speaking of events, so now let's talk about, basically practices utilizing the Ultherapy Visualizer at their events have seen increased consultation to treatment rates as much as 93%, okay? For example, a med spa spent $555 and booked $50,000 in 90 minutes, and only with 37 guests. Okay, so by offering before and after simulations, you will experience high returns and low costs and increase patient to conversion rates. Events are the quickest and easiest way to educate and excite your patients about a procedure and or treatment you offer. It's fun and motivating, and the patients can share their simulations with other guests there by selling the procedure themselves, as you can see here. This is why it's important to allow them to get their simulation during the event so that, I've worked so many events, just for customers in the area, and I can't tell you how amazing it is to look out and see, patients getting their simulations through their email, looking over at their girlfriends, or their loved ones, whoever they took, brought to the event, and they're like, oh my God, look how amazing this is. Maybe they just met each other at their event and they're sharing their experience. It's that powerful. Okay, so depending on your event flow, there are a few ways you can provide your guests with the simulation. One, you can set up a pop-up banner and direct patients to it to receive a complimentary simulation for an Ultherapy treatment. You can also choose to have a booth or pop-up banner set up right as they walk into the event. Either way, the idea is to make sure that you capture their photo before going into any type of consultation or before a lecture or demo. So you want to make sure everybody gets their photo taken, and that way, while the demo or the lecture is going on, or they're waiting to go into a consultation, they're receiving their simulations, and they'll have it before or during, okay? Okay, so now let's talk about emails. So, personalized email content improves click-through rates by as much as 14% and a conversion rate by 10%. Companies receive an average of $44 in returns for every $1 spent on email marketing. 73% of millennials prefer to receive business communications through email. Why this is relevant is because in the most recent survey of plastic surgeons, 64% reported seeing an increase of patients under 30. This is all according to the American Academy of Facial and Reconstructive Surgery. So email follow-up requires little investment and is a low-risk way to provide the following. So it's going to offer more detailed information about the treatment. And this is important because sometimes patients need to digest the information they've been given given to them during the consultation. So email follow-up offers a platform for detailed written explanations about the procedure at hand. You can even personalize the content to each unconverted patient. It's also important to give patients another reason to come back. So I would say include promotional discounts, events, and other marketing campaigns. You know, maybe announce new staff members. In this case, you know, treatment devices like the Ultherapy device. And also, you know, Christy Brinkley is a huge, you know, is their big, you know, advocate right now. So you can even include Christy Brinkley content in there, you know, so maybe somebody who's in that same age range that's been considering a treatment but doesn't want to go through surgery, you know, you can always include links to the videos, you know, and I'm sure Ultherapy can provide you with content. We have content that we can give you as well, but definitely a good place to include that. Okay, so the website widget. Sorry guys, I'm getting all stuff mixed up here. Okay, here we go. So the widget. So the majority of consumers are going to businesses' websites to garner more information. According to Google, it's taken a consumer 6 visits to your website to be convinced to move forward or not. I've even read articles that have a number as high as 11. With the use of the Ultherapy Visualizer, it increases the intent of the consumer to make a decision. The more engaging you can make your website, the less visits a consumer will have to make, and the more time they will spend on your site before making a decision. Having a strong and educational call to action is one very impactful way to increase engagement. Strong website content keeps them on the site, and a strong CTA or call to action drives them through the door. In this case, the CTA would be the widget. Implementing a strong and educational call to action, like the Ultherapy Visualizer, on your website is very different than just some form fill you may already have on your site. The form fill is just asking for the consumer's information, whereas the Ultherapy Visualizer motivates and excites patients into taking action towards a conversion. There's a big difference between asking for the content details without offering anything in return. Some people use coupons to entice them. We actually show them something valuable themselves with their procedure of interest. The biggest problem is people overcoming their insecurities and the unknown, and is the largest reason for no-show rates. So the combination of education and excitement is why the visualizer creates, or what the visualizer creates is hard to compare to almost every other CTA. So once a patient goes to your site and actually engages this widget or a custom banner that you might have created, they'll enter in their information, they'll select, you know, obviously what areas of Ultherapy they're going to want. They do not get to select intensity, by the way. The intensity levels are only in the workflow that you see. The consumers will just select the areas, upload their photo, and then enter in all their contact information. So once that simulation is complete within 24 hours, you will receive an email containing all of their information and a link to their simulation. That simulation and lead information will also live inside of your dashboard, okay? So the live chat. So those of you who already have an account, I'm sure you've seen this little pink bubble down in the lower right-hand corner. This will follow you all throughout the visualizer. This is where you can ask us questions, you can inquire about different things. You can also, if you're not happy with a way a simulation turned out, you can always engage the chat and request changes. And either way, it's a direct line of communication to your account managers and the quality control team. And our hours of operation are 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, Pacific Standard Time. If you have an event, you definitely need to schedule that through the Add Event button, and then we will be available after hours for that event. All right, I want to thank everybody for coming. Again, my name is Ashton Levitt. You may also know Vicki Hawk. Either way, please email us, and you can ask us any questions. I do want to point out that the Ultherapy Visualizer, there is another visualizer that we offer, the New Look Now Visualizer, which can simulate any other non-surgical or surgical procedure. If you want to gain access to that, just reach out to your account manager, either myself or Vicki, and we'll get that turned on for you. So at this point, I want to open up the floor for any questions. I'm all yours.
Hi. Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, I'm on speaker. The website widget you talked about, how do I get access to that?
So you'll get you'll get access here. I'll back up here. So when you do you already have an Ultherapy account?
I do.
Okay. Do you know who your account manager is?
I do.
Okay. Is it me or is it Vicky?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Brittany. But I got the email from Vicky. Originally email I got from Vicky, and then the invitation to this I got from you. So I don't know which one it is.
Okay. What's your name? What's the name of your practice?
Drew Patrick.
I'm sorry. One more time.
Drew Patrick. We're in Bayshore, New York.
Bayshore, New York. And that's the name of your practice?
Yeah.
Bayshore?
No, that's the town.
Oh, I'm sorry. The people are signing off, so there's like beeping in my ear. I apologize.
Yeah. Oh,
you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Go back here.
I'll send you an email.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead and email me, and we'll get the link over to you right away.
Okay, very good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And that goes for everybody else. If you want access to your website widget, email myself or Vicky. Whoops, here we go. Oh my God, there we go. Email either Vicky or myself, and we'll get the widget code over to you if you want to get signed up. Again, this is a completely free tool. If you need an account, email us directly or reach out to your Ultherapy rep. We work very closely with your Ultherapy reps. We're like one big happy family, so we have a really effective line of communication. So feel free to reach out to anybody. The end game is to get you set up. So how you go about that is fine with me. Okay, any other questions? Okay, everybody, thank you so much for coming. Again, if you think of anything afterwards and you have questions later, feel free to email us. Otherwise, everybody have a great day, and we will see you next time.